Do we have a Bret Michaels update? What a bummer that was when that hit on, I think, Friday. Bret Michaels had a massive brain hemorrhage.
It's fucking amazing.
Was rushed to the hospital. He's in, I guess my update is that he's in critical condition.
No.
But he's talking, though, right? He's talking, but he's got slurred speech. He's got blurry vision.
I've had that my whole life.
He's got a few things going on, and they can't figure out where he's bleeding from still.
That's because we won't let him take the headband off.
That's what a lot of people said. you would think he wouldn't fucking brain hemorrhage.
Get out of here. He's that fucked up.
With that headband of his, you think it would keep it all tight and nice for him.
What is a brain hemorrhage exactly?
I don't fucking know. I guess your fucking brain starts bleeding badly. That's all. So I don't know what causes it. I don't know. I mean, maybe Dr. Steve could call today and explain the brain hemorrhage thing.
Yeah, is it stress or,
If he's going to be our doctor, if he's going to be the show doctor, he should be prepared and he should be on the line.
Exactly.
With his brain hemorrhage information.
How about you do a little doctoring?
Yeah, let's do this.
Brett's such a nice guy, too, man.
Steve, what do we got on him?
Oh, many times. He's a great guy.
He's probably, a lot of people around here have said it, one of the nicest guys we've ever had on this radio show.
Yeah, I hope he's all right, man.
He's just such a great guy. Yes, Steve.
I talked to Pete, his guy that, one of his road managers over the weekend, and he can't comment directly on it, but one of the things I said was, I've been reading a lot about Brett in the tabloids. I tend not to believe it. What's really going on? And the only thing he said was, believe it. It's bad. He's still in the ICU. They don't know what's causing it. And, they'll keep us posted. But, yeah, he's in bad shape.
He's in bad shape.
Well, he was in there a week ago with, his appendix or something?
Early April. So they're thinking maybe somehow the two are connected. I don't know. I don't know how the two would be connected. One is, way down there, and the other one's way up here. So how's that connected?
Blood clot or whatever. I mean, I don't even know.
We lost Dr. Steve. He was going to explain the whole brain hemorrhage thing. That's a scary thing. It started with a headache, bad headache. He's complaining of a headache, went to the hospital or whatever. They rushed him to the hospital, and his fucking brain's bleeding.
I'm glad he's alive, though. He's a really good dude, man.
I hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah, me too, man.
And he's on that Celebrity Apprentice. Yeah. Big episode last night.
Yeah, which we were maybe supposed to be in, but weren't, and we don't know why.
Well,
we're trying to find out behind the scenes what happened.
Well, we had Sharon, Bret Michaels, and Maria
on the phone.
On the phone, and we did a great segment for the Celebrity Apprentice, and they wanted the audio. And then, you know what? I've talked to our guys, I've talked to the bosses, and there's something going on. So, Celebrity Apprentice wanted to use the footage bad, but they're saying, through our guys, that the lawyers here at SiriusXM made it a major problem with the contract that they sent over for us to sign, and they wanted the contract rewritten, and by the time it was rewritten, it was too late for the Celebrity Apprentice people because they were already editing the episode. Celebrity Apprentice saying our guys, meaning the lawyers here, blew it for us.
So
and they said that there was a 2-minute stipulation or something. They could only use 2 minutes of the Opie and Anthony show on Celebrity Apprentice, no more than that.
If that's true, that's insane. Dummy would say you can only advertise for free for 2 minutes.
Right.
Shows on Sunday night.
If Celebrity Apprentice wanted to make it into an Opie and Anthony episode, why would that be a problem? I think there's more people watching Celebrity Apprentice than listening to this horse shit.
What?
Especially today.
Fucking
sorry, Rich.
Dummy.
Blame it on you that the show sucks so
what
bad.
Dummy would say that?
Yeah, I cut you guys out of Celebrity Apprentice.
What fucking dummy would say only 2 minutes?
Do we have Sam here?
Holy shit! If that's true,
well, he was in the middle of the. Well, I asked some people around here, and they go, "Well, the lawyers got back to them, and there was no problem on our end." I'm hearing there was a major problem on our end.
If that's true, I hope somebody tells Mel that it's like, how counterproductive is that? It's like you want free advertising and mentions, and if the legal team here screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
It's unforgivable.
Sam, what do you got on this? Wait, what do you got?
I was just showing Jim where.
Now, you're not going to get in trouble. Just tell us what you know about this situation. All I know is the Celebrity Apprentice people really enjoyed the interaction we had with three of their people, when they were in, doing their show.
Basically, when Bret Michaels, Sharon were in, and Maria was on the phone, the Celebrity Apprentice people first contacted WWE and said, who's your connection at Opie and Anthony? Because we want to get the audio and the video and stuff to play it on the show.
Yeah, because we were filming on our end. So.
Right. And so,
And at the very least, they had the radio portion.
right.
God, they want to be indemnified. It's what the
And so they
fuck
put
are
him
you
into
doing?
contact with me.
Right.
And I said, yeah, that would be great, no problem. Like I started cutting up the video so I could send it to them, had E-Rock get the audio.
Right.
And they sent over the contracts that they needed signed, just the releases. They needed you, Ant, and Jim, because you were in studio. And then they needed whoever had the intellectual property rights over the Opie and Anthony show, like whoever
Right.
actually owns the
I
audio.
remember you came by and said all they need is a signature of who technically owns the show.
Right.
And this was
Done.
the greenlit, as they like to say in the corporate world. This was going to be blue sky. This was going to be fucking baked.
Right.
This thing was going to be a no-brainer.
It was up to 100 seconds for free. I guess after that, they expected to be paid. Brilliant!
What?
So what happened was, I
Wait, could you read that letter?
It just says, it's up in it's legal bullshit writing, but it just said up to 100 seconds. And it's like-
What? SiriusXM was only going to allow up to 100 seconds
Sure,
of us
because
on
that's-
Celebrity Apprentice?
That's what you do when you want your platform plugged for free on a fucking major network, is you put a limit on it. You inconvenience the network so they can't plug you for free.
Why would they put a limit on it?
Because there are people involved that don't understand the value, apparently, of a free plug on NBC. It doesn't, if that's...
They
You
only
should
would
say-
allow 100 Why would that even be
Why
an
would you
issue?
do that?
so
These fucking lawyers don't
Wow.
understand the big picture ever.
I gave.
And what does it matter who owns the fucking show? Who cares? You're going to be on a Celebrity Apprentice. Just make this happen.
And then people hear this fucking fun dialogue going back and forth. People who are not probably customers, and they see, oh, wow, you're getting these celebrities on this fucking satellite radio
it's
platform.
a no-brainer commercial for the Opie and Anthony show.
It is
on
a
Sirius
free fucking commercial. And anyone that doesn't understand, anyone, whether you're a lawyer or an executive in any company, the value of your audio being played for free when you're a subscription service on another platform, then you should not have anything to do with the company. If you don't understand how valuable that is to expose yourself for free.
Because I got a lot of tweets last night. People were like, it was so obvious this was your episode or
Yeah.
the show's episode that you guys should have been on it.
Wow.
Because we walked everyone through it going, oh, my God, this is going to be on the Celebrity Apprentice. We got the video. We got the audio.
Well, they were
there were a lot of
describing the
big,
workout.
huge fucking laughs. Plus, they were explaining what they were doing for Celebrity Apprentice. It was a
I am
no-brainer.
so aggravated what horrendous thinking that is.
What you got, Sam?
Well,
Wow.
so I
Now,
gave,
I went to Steve Blatter, who then in turn went to Gary. Gary's one of the guys that, I don't know, I think he's like a babysitter for the channel or something. He got back to Steve and said, no, there was no problem on our end whatsoever. They did
Okay.
everything they were supposed to do.
Maybe.
Well, I gave the.
It doesn't sound like that. It doesn't
it's a-
sound like that.
Why would you rewrite the contract? Why not just say, unless the only time I can understand rewriting the contract would be if
Rewriting
NBC.
the contract takes a long time as far as lawyers go.
Well, this show is not a priority with the platform. It seems like it's never been. But it's like unless NBC, the only way I would say it makes sense, wanted to be indemnified if anything was said here. It's almost like if NBC wanted to show the Sirius audio or play the Sirius audio and then be indemnified after they play it, then I could see Sirius going, fuck you, no way. That makes sense to me from a business point of view. But to actually say up to 100 seconds,
That shows it.
here's what it should say. Here's what it should say. If you know anything about...
What are you holding, by the way, for the people out there?
It's a contract that was signed. But I'm not going to...
That's the contract that they eventually rewrote.
Who rewrote this?
Well, what
Sirius
happened-
XM rewrote it.
I gave the intellectual property contract to our legal guy.
Right.
And he said, I'm going to rush this through as quick as I can because usually this stuff takes a while, but I know...
What do you
we're
mean,
trying
quick
to-"
as I can?
Because he said there's like 8 people that are going to have to go through before
Great
they
job. I hope...
Can... So then when they came back
Well,
with
obviously
it-
someone blew it because we weren't on the show, and they made it very perfectly clear to us that it was it's such a good segment on our show that they definitely want to use something from it.
Up to 100 seconds. And this should say, for as long as you fucking like.
Yeah, if they want to turn it into the Opie and Anthony show last night on the Celebrity Apprentice, why is that bad for the company and us? Someone explain that to me.
Wow, man.
They basically said
Jesus
the original
Christ.
thing that they said was, and I was checking. It took like, I don't know the exact timeline, but I would estimate about 3 weeks before I got this contract back. And they said while that was going on, that the main issue was that there was nothing in the NBC contract or whoever's contract it was that said SiriusXM would be plugged, and they said it was a necessity that if they used
great job, guy. Yeah,
SiriusXM had a mention on there, and so they said that's what it was. So like whatever it was, 3 weeks or so later, I don't know the exact
they just
time
wanted
frame.
a mention at the end, right?
Yeah.
Then why could that should have taken an hour? That should have taken a fucking hour, and then this should have been messengered back over and said, look, you're happy to use it. We were just, because you're not going to show video of it, it's only going to be audio. We would like people just to know where the audio came from. And NBC probably wouldn't have a problem with that.
Right.
So
if they do, fuck them.
They they completely rewrote the contract. It's a whole new contract. And then once I got this new contract, I immediately faxed it over to them and got it, and was emailing saying I sent the contract, and then a couple days later, I emailed again saying, hey, I didn't hear back from you. And the person I was in contact with said, yeah, I think they're kind of done editing, but I'll let you know if we need that stuff.
Cool. Well, if that's, apparently, according to them at least, it was blown on this end. And if it was blown on this end, what happens is when you go to negotiate the contract and you say, well, what does the Opie and Anthony show have to bring to the table? And all these things that could make the show more valuable that are fucked up, it's beyond our control.
E-Rock, you got something else on this?
And again, I haven't heard anybody's side here either, so you can't. I don't want to throw this company into the bus if they're right.
What do you got, E-Rock? You came into the studio.
Let me see. How many viewers? 6.91 million viewers, number 5 in adults overall. So that's good. Put a limit on how much they could show to 6.9 million people for free.
Call it 7. 7 million.
I understand wanting to mention at the end, though, that you should get that at the end, because you're going to let your audio be played without being shown. It's like you can see these, what are these called?
Mic flags.
The mic flags. If there's no mic flags that can be seen, I understand wanting a credit at the end.
There's so much, because Cigars and Scotch is online. I don't have time to go to your cigars. But look, there's signage all over the studio.
They might have only played audio, though.
What they basically wanted was to guarantee that in the corner of the screen while it was going on, like you say if they just showed Maria on the phone and there was audio playing, that it said Opie and Anthony show SiriusXM. That's what they wanted. That
you know
guaranteed.
what? Even if you don't get that, I mean, if she's saying Opie, just saying Opie and Anthony would be great.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't have. I mean, I wouldn't think that they would, just from a televiation standpoint, just play the show.
Of course, they're not going to just
not mention what show it is.
Fucking dopes.
It's amazing to me. So I just maybe Mel knows and he's cool with it, but it's like if he does it, he should know that there are things being done that are extremely counterproductive to free fucking plugs.
And this is gonna hurt some people, but we got amateurs running the fucking channel. We got amateurs that don't understand how important this would be, and they don't have the skill set to figure it out so it gets done. Eric Logan would have got this done. Simple as that. We have amateurs. Like, oh, okay, they don't see how important it is. They don't see how, holy shit, if we have to go to Scott Greenstein or Mel Karmazin personally, we got to do this because this is really big for Opie and Anthony and SiriusXM. Eric Logan understood when there were opportunities in front of our fucking faces, like, holy shit, we just got to get this done and not deal with lawyers going back and forth and shit. It's just good for everybody.
Especially
we have fucking amateurs with skill sets that don't understand how to get this type of thing done.
Especially since that was when Sharon was trashing Susan Boyle.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was when that whole thing happened. So they very well may have played that on The Apprentice because it turned into a big thing.
Of course.
So just really horrendous.
That's the difference.
Counterproductive lawyering.
It's going to hurt people, but Logan would have got that done. Period.
Wow. That is fucking embarrassingly bad.
Thanks, Sam.
For us we got fucked out of a Celebrity Apprentice mention or appearance or something.
Anything from a mention to a nice piece of a nice chunk of audio or video being played on that show that 7 million people watched last night. 7 fucking million people. We got amateurs with bad skill sets that don't understand how to get this type of shit done.
I would love an explanation as to
why. And they
why
babble in
it
front of my face all the time. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
I'm fucking biting my finger. I'm so aggravated. When something is just counterproductive because there's so many channel and like levels and layers to go through, and people don't know how to just go to one guy and go, look, could you take care of this? This is important. Mm-hmm. Nobody fucking communicates like that in any corporation anymore. Mm-hmm. No one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if the people that babysit this channel, I don't like saying they run this channel because that's a joke. You know, if they just are just passing it along to lawyers and assuming they're going to do the right thing, that is amateuristic right there.
Because the lawyers don't give a shit.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
There's nothing in it for them.
It's like the old lawyers in our old company. It's not that they hate the show, but they don't give a fuck because the success of the show has nothing to do with them or their success rate. The thing that they care about is litigation. And that's every lawyer cares about that and the lack thereof, which makes them happier.
See, I purposely TiVoed the show just so I could see O&A on Celebrity Apprentice. Yeah, because it was very obvious that it was a great segment. And if they were going to, they definitely would have wanted to use this. Somebody fucked up. I want to get to the bottom of this.
I would love to. Who fucked up? And if it's a lawyer, what lawyer? Why is everybody protected by layers? Why don't people's names ever get used? If I fuck up, everybody knows Jim Norton fucked up. So why is everybody not held as accountable?
And one of the babysitters of the channel that's all they should have been doing. Lose sleep over it and make sure it gets done. Don't just pass something on to some lawyer. I haven't even met these lawyers. I don't even know where they are in the building.
They just
fucking hide in these weird fucking glass offices, and you never see them. You never talk to them. And then you hope that one of the babysitters is doing the right thing and fucking, making sure it gets done. And it doesn't get done, ever. Because you don't have the skill set. You just don't. You're nice guys that babysit the channel, but you don't know how to get things done. Eric Logan knew how to get things done. That's the big difference between the two fucking places.
When a company wants, here's what satellite radio does. One of the things it competes against, besides iPods and a lot of other things, is it competes against free radio. So if you can get a plug for a pay service that's competing against free shit, you take the plug.
Yeah, you fucking bend over backwards to get it done.
And you don't take weeks to get it done.
But the lawyers, well, my dick's bigger than your dick. Oh, really? No, I think my dick's bigger than your dick. And they go back and forth and argue it instead of just pulling their fucking pants down and going, okay, wow, you do have the bigger dick.
What you got to say is, what would a minute and a half of advertisement time cost on NBC during prime time?
Of course you have to do that.
And that's what they blew. They blew whatever it would cost. On fucking.
Look at Rich being smart. We all
but
know
he's
how
right.
dumb he is.
And it's like,
no, I know
but you figured it out like that.
If the lawyers said, look, we would like some kind of a mention that at least it was our platform, and NBC said no, then the lawyers have the right to go, well, fuck you. But to take 3 weeks, if that's how long, according to Sam, that's how long it took. If that's how long it took.
It took yeah.
If it took more than a week,
it did take more than a week.
It is inexcusable.
It took a long time.
Inexcusably bad.
And when this came
it was a blown opportunity.
When this came up in a meeting, someone just casually said, "No, we didn't. We did what we were supposed to."
Wow.
Also,
fucking no, you didn't.
When you're negotiating and you're the smaller part of the negotiation, if Apprentice is putting you on, you basically have to go with how they want to put you on because that show's been going on for 8 years with or without the Opie and Anthony show. So if they say this is what we want, you go, okay.
As long as what they want, as long as what NBC wants wasn't unreasonable. Like, as long as you can't tell NBC how to produce their fucking show and say you have to put Opie and Anthony bobbleheads in the fucking corner. They're not going to do that. If all you get at the end is a mention, do you know how clothing companies will give clothes to people and hosts? So at the end it says, this wardrobe has been furnished by.
Oh, yeah.
The whole time Leno is on or Letterman's on or Conan's on or anybody on television's on, you don't see this wardrobe furnished by.
Right.
You don't see a fucking guy from the Men's Warehouse in the corner tap dancing, so you know it's mentioned at the end.
It would be worth for the company and us if all it was is one of the celebrities going, Opie, I'm talking to Opie and Anthony right now. Because then people go, Opie and Anthony, and they might do a little research on their own, go, well, that was kind of funny on Celebrity Apprentice, and they mentioned Opie and Anthony, so I'm going to fucking Google Opie and Anthony. Oh, they're on Sirius XM, and then next thing you know, you're getting something out of it. You just are.
That is just terrible.
All right, well.
It's terrible.
Yeah, we just got babysitters that babysit the channel. I don't have any faith in them getting real stuff done for us.
But
I just don't.
You know what? The system that's in place, lawyers should be able to look at that and go, "This is important." You don't make NBC wait 3 weeks. They're fucking NBC.
Right.
It's NBC.
Right.
Fuck, man.
Oh, I'll fucking talk to Mel and see if anything could be, because I can't talk to these other guys, all of them. But there's 5 layers of managers here that do nothing. It's like, stop. I'll go right to the big guy. He'll explain it to me. And if I'm wrong, trust me, he'll make sure it fucking hurts. And it'll make me look like a fool.
But there's nothing wrong with asking. We heard it took 3 weeks to get back.
Right.
Why would it take that? If that's the truth, why would it take that long for some simple language over fucking airing audio, which is done all the time? This is not that uncommon. It's not like they wanted to come in here and fucking borrow the satellite for 2 weeks.
The guys on OutQ were on Celebrity. Brian in Arkansas. Brian.
Yeah, Opie. OutQ, when the Celebrity Apprentice first started, Cyndi Lauper had called in to do an interview at that time, and she called Larry at another time, and they just sent him a release to sign, and they were going to play him on the show.
So did they play it?
Yeah.
Now did they?
They were supposedly going to. I didn't actually
did play
catch it, but he
what
was
they
all
did was
excited when they were
hold on, sir.
the release.
Okay.
They played it so you could hear Larry Flick's audio. Like the camera was on Cyndi Lauper, and you could hear Larry Flick's show through her cell phone, and it said Larry Flick.
So why would that take? If they've already dealt with the platform, why would that take 3 weeks to get? Why don't they just take Larry Flick's fucking contract, photocopy it, white out his name, put Opie Anthony, and send it back, and go, you've already done this. Let's just do it again. Same thing.
No, somebody fucked up. Yes, Steve.
That is exactly the question I was trying to get answered, which I don't have yet. But what
did you
I got
ask?
from Gary is Sirius sent over their contract. NBC never responded.
When did Sirius send over their contract? How long after?
Was it 3 weeks, Eric? 3 weeks.
Why was it 3 weeks
That's what I
later?
can't Okay, go ahead.
Wait, what? Sirius XM gave the contract to them 3 weeks later after they requested the audio or video?
Here's the thing. The production company that owns the rights to The Apprentice sent over a contract for you guys to sign and for the company to sign.
Right.
We handed that off.
Right.
Sirius, after a few weeks, then handed their contract back, saying that NBC or that company had to sign permission on our agreement, not we signed their agreement.
But it took a few weeks for them to pass it back to
Yeah, I
NBC.
could find the exact timeline, but it was about 3 weeks.
Okay, but it was more than a week.
It was definitely more.
It should have been a day or two.
See, if that's true, Gary, you don't have the skill set. You just don't. You don't have the skill set to deal with what we're all about and what this channel's about. If that's true. I'm saying if that's true. You just don't. Eric Logan would have got that done. Eric Logan wouldn't have spent weeks fucking going back and forth with stupid lawyers knowing how important this would be.
Holy
You just don't get it.
shit.
It
Just don't fucking
more
get
or
it.
less 3 weeks.
You're a nice guy, but you don't fucking get it. If
And
that's the
then-
truth.
And the lawyers should do better. How would that take 3 weeks? How do you not understand the priority of a show that's in production? It's like, have you ever dealt with entertainment things before? There's a television show in production. They're not going to wait. They're just going to pass over it and go on without it.
Yeah,
And they did.
Yeah, of course they did. And you know what? 7 million people still saw the fucking episode. We needed them way more than they needed us.
That is
We're the-
embarrassingly bad. That's embarrassingly bad.
We're the small guys in this.
That is embarrassingly fucking bad.
We got fucking babysitters, not people that could get things done. It's enraging.
Can somebody please just let Mel know? He probably doesn't know. The guy's doing stock things. He doesn't watch every. He doesn't know that this happened.
I got a relationship with Mel. I'll fucking email him. No problem.
The only way to do it-
I can't deal with babysitters. I need people around here that could get real things done.
Let the
for us.
person who runs the entire company know, because this way he's aware of it. He might not be aware of it.
Have they gotten back to us about the Homeless Charlie segment being rerun? They still haven't gotten back?
How long ago did we ask for that?
A long time ago. The last word I heard on that was
The lawyer's looking at it.
yes, they had more important things to deal with. What right now at the time was dealing with NASDAQ. So
How hard is it to get a guy to look at that? Why would we be able to play it? What's the issue?
they have the audio. It was submitted and it's still in limbo.
And Gary is Gary like fucking pounding on their door every day, going, "This is what's important for me and the channel and the guys." Of course not, because that would take a real skill set. Oh God, I'm in hell. After all these fucking years, you would think things would be right, but they're not. They're never gonna be right. Oh, Logan, I miss you, buddy. Too bad you had to work for Oprah. Fuck, you just fucking make the call. I'm out.
It's just embarrassingly
Make the
bad,
call.
man.
I'll talk to chicks, no problem. I'll talk to big fat fucking housewives. I'll change my whole fucking act to work for you, Logan. Please, just fucking call me. You got my numbers. I could do it. I could talk about baking cakes if I have to. Give me the fuck out of here. Work for fucking people that get it. Logan got it. How many months? 5 months.
That's embarrassingly
5
bad,
months
man.
to go. 5 months. 5 months. 5 fucking months. How many days is that? 150 days? 150 days to go.
He had 1 or 2 for those months that have 31.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Let's call it 155. 155 days. All right, why don't we take a break?
I would love to know who's responsible for taking 3 weeks.
You never.
Yeah, no, it
The
went through.
babies-
Nobody. It went through. No, but because
The
nobody
babysitters
fucking
of the channel will go, well, no, we did everything right on our end. And it'll be very vague, and I'll go, can I see some emails? Because I really want to see what took so fucking long. This should have been a quick little thing.
This is why I loathe. And again, it's in television networks and radio. It's in every type of business like this. Everybody fucking hides. Nobody just mans the fuck up. Every person should be completely accountable for their end. Completely accountable. By name.
But the homeless Charlie thing is obviously the bit that got us suspended from satellite radio for 30 days, and regular radio got to continue with us. Now, it's been out there. It's been blogged about it. The audio has been all over the internet, but we want to replay it now that we're good and stuff, and it's been about 1.5 years at this point, I think, or maybe close to 2 years. I'm not sure. 2 years. I think it was in the spring. Okay, so about 2 years ago.
It was in June of 07, I believe.
And we wanted to play it, and then they said, well, we got to wait for the lawyers, and then it's like, well, but all right. And the lawyers have taken so long, we forgot that we want to even replay it at this point. And we got a babysitter here that fucking hasn't pounded on their doors every day going, look, my guys need an answer, I need an answer, the channel needs an answer. And you just accept that there's more important things to do right now? That's not okay. That's why I can't talk to you guys. I need to get out of here right at 10:30 when our show is over.
Can I tell you how great it was? And I mean this, how fucking great it was doing something for HBO. I forgot how fucking well they fucking run, how efficient they are, how everything gets done when it's supposed to get done, and how they treat their fucking talent.
Right.
Well, Jesus fucking Christ, do I like working for them.
Well, at least cherry darts, Jimmy, wasn't an issue, so that's good. You know, we were supposed to do cherry darts
tomorrow. Yeah, but that got pushed back. Why did it get pushed back? What happened? we have to tell people why it happened.
And this is why I call out the babysitters today, and this is why I say once again, you don't have the skill set to fucking run our channel or our show.
What happened?
Because this is shit that should never happen. Go ahead, Danny.
Well, apparently when the email address was created...
Yeah, they created an email address so possible contestants for the Cherry Darts contest could contact us, and we go, wow, okay, great.
Well, I started noticing that people were getting in touch with me saying, hey, I'm getting my email bounced back, so I tried it with a few of my email addresses, and I got them bounced back, but, you know, everybody was like, oh, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So it turns out that the email address was only active for people internally, so...
Great job.
So it wasn't open.
Who did that? Who fucked that up?
The IT department.
The whole department, or was it one guy?
I can't answer.
It's called the IT department fucked it up, but
the whole department fucked it up.
But the babysitters for this channel, right? I mean, they don't really have much to do. Quite frankly, they get a nice salary for. I don't even know what they do. We have to fucking do this every day. What they do to help us, I couldn't tell you right now. But at least if you're going to have an email address for the Cherry Darts thing. If you're a babysitter, you would send this sounds stupid, I know, but you would send an email to that address from maybe an outside email address. A Gmail or something, just to make sure everything is set and ready to go. But this went by their heads for what? A week or two before they even realized this was a problem.
Well, I had a feeling something was going on because like I was getting responses to one of my personal email addresses, but then, you know, we'd have meetings and, you know, it'd be like, Eric, is anybody, you know, we got any contestants yet at the other email address? And the answer was always no. And I always thought that was kind of weird.
Right. Of course it was weird. But see, when I was coming up in this business and I had to do these lame jobs like they have, they got lame jobs. You do the best at it, so hopefully you move up. So if you know the guy set up a special email address, it's a no-brainer thing if you got the skill set. I'm going to keep saying skill set and babysitter all day long because that's what it is. You fucking get a Gmail address and go, okay, I'm Joe fucking Listener. Let me make sure that there's no problems with this.
Right.
Hi, I'm Joe fucking Listener, and I want to throw darts at my girl's asshole. Send. Oh, wow. Fuck, that never went through.
It was tested twice, but both times were from corporate accounts.
Yeah, of course it's going to work with corporate accounts.
So basically, the lawyers fucked us out of a TV appearance.
We're not looking for fucking contestants from the corporate world that work at SiriusXM. So why would you do it that way?
And
trust me, there's some fucking softballs I would like to throw at assholes around here. God, there's a whole bunch of these idiots I would love to line up and throw fucking softballs at.
So this week, we've been
chocolate covered fucking softballs.
We've been fucked out of a TV
right
appearance.
In the balloon knot.
And we've had this fucked. All beyond our control.
So we have to, because we got babysitters
all
that
beyond
don't know
our
how
control.
to do this shit. They don't know how to do this shit. They were music guys that they just shoved our way. Nice guys, though. Nice guys. Terrific guys. They know how to fucking program some of the music channels around here and do it very well. So why would that mean they would have the skill set to work for the Opie and Anthony show? It's beyond me. It's fucking beyond me. So... we should break. But Cherry Darts is postponed. I guess we could
postponed.
Officially announce that.
Due to the fact that the email address was not working. Sorry, folks. The email address wasn't working. So, like assholes, we're plugging this event like fucking assholes.
Feeling like assholes, too. Like, wow, no one gives a shit about us in this contest we're running. And the prize is really good from Steven Singer. It was a nice iPad with fucking diamonds on it. No one is responding. And we're all looking at each other like, God, we're fucking zeros.
It is fucking embarrassingly bad. Wow, is that fucking embarrassing.
Why?
Because when things happen that are beyond the control of the creative angle of the show or the creative force of the show, it's very frustrating to have to rely on other people to do things that are relatively simple. Start an email address. How about that? That's not hard. All we needed was an email address and something signed to get us on TV.
It was tested twice by a corporate email account, so that they assumed that was good enough.
Why didn't the IT department fucking test it? Why didn't whoever created it, nameless, there's no name, the check just says IT department. Why wouldn't they go, well, this could happen if it was only for corporate? I don't know anything about that because I don't work for them. So I understand that Gary or Bladder, they wouldn't know either because they're not tech guys. But how about you go to the tech guys, and the tech guys should have known, well, you're testing it from an email address that's internal. It doesn't mean anything. Let's try it from another one. That's the tech guys. It's just fucking embarrassingly bad how certain things that should work don't work. And you know who looks like fucking dickheads? The show.
Yeah,
we look like cunts.
If you're one of these guys that, if you're a babysitter for this channel, it should be embarrassing how much you check shit. Check it 100 different ways. And people are like, you're insane. Why are you checking it 100 times? You've checked it 99 just to make sure. Because that's all your job is. That's it. It's the easiest fucking job here. To babysit this fucking channel and do the basics. But you set up an email address, you make sure it works 100 different fucking ways. You make sure it works if someone is using their phone. You make sure if someone's using their home computer. You make sure if they're using their fucking internet connection on their TV. Whatever. You try it a million fucking ways. It's no-brainer stuff.
Or if you're the IT department, you don't set up an email address and then not realize for weeks that only people that work for the company can fucking enter the contest.
I had a dream. I've been doing radio since I was 18 years old. I had a dream that at this point in my career, everything would be fucking nice. Like, everything would be nice. I still fucking work with amateurs. Fucking amateurs around me. That's what I get after years of fucking service to this business. Bunch of fucking amateurs.
Send over. It's all money. Send over, like I said before.
My resume is going to fucking Harpo. What do you think I could do for Harpo?
Nothing. They would take one look at you and go, he has nothing to offer us. What's this the guy that did what?
I could talk to Bruds. I'm going to talk to the Bruds. I'm going to talk to them somehow.
It's all money. Tell them what they lost by not having.
They don't care because, do you understand? The people that care, Mel would care.
Yeah.
I think Scott would care. He's the president. I mean, I really do. Those guys give a shit. The attorneys don't care. Not that they want to lose money for the company. They don't. But it's their priority is not that.
I'll go to Mel with this. I don't deal with babysitters. I go right to the main guy. That is my privilege after all these years. I used to talk right to the main guy at XM, Logan. I didn't deal with all the other guys, and they were nice guys. And I deal with Mel around here, not these fucking babysitter guys with lousy skill sets.
When you want...
But very nice guys. Terrific. I'd go out and have lunch with them. They seem like very nice people.
Sure. Something would happen, though. Your email would get crossed because the address wasn't set up right, so you would meet at the wrong time for lunch. And they'd make you indemnify them in case you choked on a piece of steak.
Right. It'd probably be a whole fucking...
It'd be a nightmare. It'd be a nightmare.
We just wasted an hour on this shit.
I wish I could just fucking pass the buck. I guess I'm one of those people, like on stage, if I'm bombing, you know whose fault it is? Mine. So I guess you get used to fucking owning up to when you fuck up. When I fuck up, it's my fault.
We got all these guys, and we have two big fuck ups. They would argue the Celebrity Apprentice thing. I know they will argue that.
I would love to hear that argument.
They would argue that it wasn't their problem, but I mean, certainly, without a doubt, the Cherry Darts email problem is theirs.
If Celebrity Apprentice has already dealt with this platform, if it took 3 weeks, if they say, no, we got back to NBC in 4 days, then my apologies. But if it took 3 weeks, then whoever that is should be fired because they're bad at their job.
Tell you this, 155 days, there's going to have to be some big changes.
There's not going to be a big change.
There's going to have to be. There's just going to have to be, Jimmy.
It's not going to be.
I had my choices when I came here. They said no to all my choices. And then, Well, and then the one guy I did like, he just, not decided, but they gave him a huge fucking promotion. So now he's sort of hands off watching these babysitters fucking run the channel. I'm not happy. Nice guys, though. Terrific. The one guy gave me the brand new MGMT CD. I loved it. I'm loving the new MGMT. I want to thank him for the free CDs. You're good at that. You're good at fucking handing out free CDs and programming stuff. I would never argue that. I'm loving the new MGMT. Congratulations. Didn't like it at first, though. A couple plays through them. I'm fucking digging it.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to fucking hire me to stay on top of these people, because I know business, like I'm fucking furious about this NBC thing. I don't care about tomatoes and darts and shit like that, but this fucking NBC plug, or cherries, or whatever the fuck you want to throw, but this NBC thing is fucking insane. I can't get it out of my mind that whatever it is you make it fucking happen.
Because it's incomprehensible that somebody in any company would be so counterproductive and stupid. It's incomprehensible.
Yeah.
That somebody would be that counterproductive.
Let's say hi to Steve in Connecticut. Steve.
Opie, I got to give you a round of applause, my friend, and your therapist, too, because it wasn't that long ago with this kind of BS from management, you'd be ripping the studio apart brick by brick.
Well, there's a couple things going on. My therapist made me realize that I'm actually a genius. I'm just fucking brilliant at what I do. So whether I do it here, I'll do it somewhere else, so that doesn't matter. Second of all, I would have ripped this whole fucking studio apart if I knew it would have made a difference. The one thing over the years when I was fucking breaking shit, it made a difference. And guess what? It started at NAW. They gave us a horrible, shitty fucking phone system. It was in a wood fucking panel. And who are those fucking guys? And the phone system wasn't working. I was yelling and screaming for weeks. You got to fix the phone system. They refused to realize how important it was, so I smashed the entire fucking thing. Most guys would have gotten fired for that. Guess what I had the next day? A brand new fucking phone system, state of the art. So over the years, when I did smash shit, the next day they replaced it with the stuff I wanted in the first place. But I know if I break shit around here, that nothing would change. It wouldn't change, and they probably would just fire me. That's the difference. That's the difference. Rich Voss, Motley's, Boston, this weekend.
And now for our comedy segment.
With the lobster roll thing. We're going to take a break. But
Jim Norton, Pittsburgh, this weekend.
Cool.
Improv, bad mullets.
Jimmy is furious.
Yeah.
I'm more disgusted, and it really, dude, really is just
don't
terrible.
be confused. I'm furious too. I just deal with it differently. You got to fucking take care of you.
I had such a fucking great time shooting Frasier. I swear to God, it was so nice.
Yeah.
It was so... Everything worked flawlessly.
Yeah. Steve,
everything.
You get an answer down the hall there, Jimmy? About the email debacle?
Well, Gary, I'll say this for Gary, too. Gary was out for last week, too. So there's things that last week were beyond his control because he was on vacation. But I don't know. We should have him come in and just ask the questions. Didn't he say something about? I don't want to misquote him, but he said something about how we have a staff here who has to like be on top of that stuff. And I said, well, Danny did bring it to somebody's attention, and it didn't happen. Like,
wow, the whole staff is running down.
But again, I don't want to misquote Gary either. But I believe me, I know the staff's on. I said this is one thing these guys know is computers and all that stuff.
I have a lot more confidence in the staff than the babysitters.
Well, for computers, of
Holy
course.
shit.
The guys know how to set up an email address.
Yes, Sam. Yes, Travis. Yes, E-Rock. Yes, Steve. Holy shit.
Well, I mean, just in case anything's brought into question, I have the complete paper trail where it was the first email was sent to me and Eric on January 26th. The contract was sent to Gary.
This is the Celebrity Apprentice thing?
Yes.
So they gave us paperwork that they needed signed immediately so they could start editing the program for a future Celebrity Apprentice, which ended up airing last night, right?
Yes, on
so
January
you got
26th.
All right, so you got the paper from NBC January 26th. Good.
The contract was emailed to Gary. He had it on January 27th.
Okay.
So it was emailed to him.
It's right here. I emailed and said, here you go, and he acknowledged that he received it by asking me for a copy of the audio.
Okay.
So he got both those things on January 27th.
Okay.
I let the person I was working with, the apprentice, know. On February 9th, she asked what's going on, any follow-up with the lawyers.
Now, you didn't realize...
So February 9th is almost just under 2 weeks later.
Wait.
Right. At this point,
That's a long fucking time right there.
On February 9th, I told her what I had been told, that it's about 2/3 of the way through the lawyers. I wouldn't have written that if nobody told me that.
Sure.
February 22nd, which is the same day that the contract is signed and dated. February 22nd, that same day I emailed the person at Celebrity Apprentice saying, the lawyers put together a release. I'm faxing it over later today. And it was faxed. And then I didn't hear back. And finally, on March 3rd, she said, yeah, I got it. So sorry, I've been swamped. Everything looks great. The producers are putting the episode together. As soon as I know if the clip is being used in the show, I'll get back to you.
So,
and that was it.
So we officially got back to him February 22nd.
February 22nd.
When you got it on January 26th. See,
Yes,
that's a month later, am I correct?
Yes.
4 weeks.
And I remember having the
Just under a month.
conversation. I did say
That
it
doesn't
was
sound
urgent
like it.
because I remember Gary telling me, well, yeah, usually this stuff takes a while, but I am going to do my best to push it through.
Well,
So-
4 weeks is a lifetime as far as this situation goes. I would understand a week. I would understand maybe a week. I don't think I would understand more than a week.
More than a week is inexcusable.
Yeah, but 4 weeks. I mean, come on.
So I was telling Gary, like,
Come on.
this is what, and again, I don't think, Mel's a guy who, he understands the value, because he was in radio, he understands the value of free plugs on TV. He, believe me, knows this business probably better than any of us. Obviously better than us. Guarantee you he does not know that there's a system in place that is so counterproductive to doing what the company wants you to do. It's like, it's free plug. How do you blow that?
That should be, as they like to say in the corporate world, on the fast track. I mean, something like that should be on the fast track. I understand they can't, jump up every time we need them because, well, I think they should, but whatever. But something like this, that should be on the fast track immediately. It shouldn't take 4 weeks.
Especially when I understand they have stock things they're doing, and that's what the main lawyers are doing here. I mean, this is not going to the head lawyer, the fucking lead counsel. He's doing stuff in Washington. I mean, they're doing bigger shit. But the lawyers are dealing with this.
There's got to be a lawyer on staff that does this type of thing. It shouldn't take 4 weeks. Why are you trying to steal his UFC hat, Rich? What is wrong with you?
How did you notice that?
Because I'm not an idiot. Oh. I know 2 minus 1 is 1. No, I had 1.
We got a box of UFC stuff, and one of the hats is pretty cool. I got one of them, and Jimmy got one of them, and Rich desperately wants it. And
I'm obsessed now. I
now
can't
trying
get
to
my head
steal.
off it. My mind off it.
Now he's trying to steal Jimmy. So, all right, well, there you go.
Great.
I don't know. They can say whatever they want, but 4 weeks is just way too long.
I knew that it was not our staff that dropped the ball on that.
That's something you get back to them immediately because that's an incredible opportunity.
It is inexcusable. That literally, if Sam sent that out the 27th, I understand it takes a couple days with a weekend or something. By February 9th, she should have said, hey, thanks, got it last week.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
January 27th was a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's that.
It's okay. The following Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, even.
And that's one of those things. And I don't know if they have the skill set, but they should be basically hounding the lawyers every day, going, "Wow, this is a timing issue. We really need an answer. I know you're busy, but you really got to get back to us because we're going to miss out on this unbelievable opportunity for the Opie and Anthony
Understandable,
show."
but you know what? The lawyers shouldn't need to be told that.
Well, fuck.
Like anyone working
That's
for the
asking
company,
for way too much, Jimmy.
anyone working for a satellite radio company shouldn't need to be told the value of a plug on the Celebrity Apprentice. I don't think anybody should need to be told that.
Mm-hmm.
And I did act with urgency because I have contracts from all three of the hosts that were signed the day after they were sent.
Of course they were.
Yeah, I just signed
No,
it.
we should have just jerked off for
what?
a couple weeks with the contract. We should have wrapped our dicks in them and said, well, let's just wait.
And here's our responsibility in the whole thing. Usually when we get any type of contract, we're skittish and scared, and we call up Super Agent Bob Eatman like, hey, you got to look this over, make sure it's cool. But we knew how important this was and how great it was for the show. I just fucking signed away without ever talking to Bob. I'm like, look, we got to, yes, I'll sign this. What, you're giving it back to them today? And Sam goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah, let's push this forward.
So it was absolutely, the ball was dropped here. And the big boss should be made aware of it.
He will.
Because there's no way he can't possibly know it. He's got a million things to do. He should know that, to know that there are people that work here.
He will. I mean, he might say, look, you're wasting my time, but at least I'll fucking...
No, he won't.
Make sure he knows.
A plug in front of 7 million people?
Yeah.
That's a massive fucking plug.
That would be terrific.
I apologize to the listeners for harping on it, but it's really frustrating because our success rate is judged on stuff like this and on recognition and on subs and on people that, subscribe to us from Sirius to the best of X. And it's like when things are done to hurt that, nobody during negotiation time will go, wow, we fucked you here, here, and here. Never. They're only going to look at numbers. So I apologize to the listeners.
All right. Thank you, Sam. There's the paper trail.
Cool. I knew he, of course.
There's the paper trail. That's a long fucking time between January 26th getting the paperwork from NBC and pushing it back to him on February 22nd. That's a red flag.
And Sam sent it out the day he got it, or the day after, right? The next day it was out.
The next day it was to one of the guys that...
February 22nd, the same day that it was signed, it was faxed.
January.
No.
When you sent it out
he got it January 26th.
It came in the afternoon, January 26th. They got it the morning of January 26th.
The first thing the next day.
Right, and you probably sent it the 26th, but it didn't get open until the 27th.
Right. Well, no, because I wasn't going to give it to them without having you guys sign first.
Oh,
so I had you guys sign it.
Yeah, so we signed like the next day.
But it was the 27th. I was hoping to.
So I knew that it wasn't on the end of this staff.
Well, I want to thank the babysitters for fucking up a terrific opportunity for the show. Whatever.
Cool.
What I miss? Anything fun?
What'd you miss? No. No, we just beat up, the fucking idiots down the hall a little bit.
I heard tell of something of that.
That was wonderful.
I heard tell of that.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy took the lead on that one, and then I just made it hurt.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You were the salt to rub into the open wounds that Jimmy left?
The term skill set. I was thinking of it up in the elevator.
Skill
He
set.
kept saying certain people just didn't have the skill set.
Oh,
and I'm thinking how much I would hate to hear that about myself.
You don't want to hear that you don't have the skill set.
Someone was very sad walking to the elevator yesterday. Very sad.
Yeah?
I'm sad now. I'm really sad. Oh, well.
I heard there were a couple of faux pas.
Well, a
couple of balls that perhaps were dropped.
A couple big faux pas.
Yes.
And certain people don't have the skill set. I was talking in corporate terms because I guess that's what they understand.
Things got greenlit,
and I actually
there
called
was
them
no follow through.
I called them babysitters. They just kind of babysit the channel.
Oh shit!
There's no vision for the channel. There's just a make sure like they don't blow up the place. That's about it.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll move on from that today because I got some fucking meetings to do with that one. Got to go upstairs.
What?
Oh yeah.
What is that?
To Mel. Got to go up to Mel and talk this out.
Oh shit, yo.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And another person saying they can't hear us.
Yeah, they can't hear
One
us
of the
very well.
babysitters work into the phone problem after the show today. How many times do you have to hear "I can't hear you" before you realize that you might have to step up and figure some shit out for us? Holy shit! Thank you, Sonny.
You're welcome.
You heard that.
Do we have a phone problem or not?
Apparently.
I think so.
Do we have to call our own show to figure it out, or is one of those dummies down the hall
You know
going to
what?
look into it?
I think
How
we
about
do.
I will call the show? That's actually a great idea.
Oh, okay. Jimmy's going to call the show right now. Who are you going to call as?
Just me.
I don't like that person.
But I'm a good guy. I'm a sweet boy. Yes, I am.
I want to hear the Sweet Boy song. So Jimmy's calling the program to see if he. Oh boy. Oh the regular number. It's like something. Wow. One wow.
This is good. Now that we have a phone problem, now we have stopped the radio show to try to figure it out ourselves.
Oh, Jimmy will call.
Yeah, that's good.
We'll make sure everything's hunky dory, as they say, hunky dory. Yeah, there's got to be a problem because I've never heard so many people talk over us before. Occasionally we get the obnoxious ass that just decides what he's saying is much more important than our point of view. And he's usually right, but we have microphones and it's our show, so fuck them.
Exactly.
But most of the time now we're getting people just yapping over us because they can't hear, is what I'm thinking. And then they say, well, it sounds fine on the air. We could hear you and we could hear the caller. Yeah, well, the caller might not be able to hear us, which makes a great problem when it's a caller-based program. All right, Jimmy's calling on the regular line. I think it's ringy-dingy.
Wow, I know Jimmy's phone number now.
Oh, is that his?
Jimmy, is this
Is
you?
the second one.
It is me. Hi guys.
Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy's outside looking at us. Can you hear us?
Why do I have the feeling this is going to bother the fuck out of me?
I got to tell you something.
Yeah?
The sound of your voice is bringing back a lot of memories. It's really hard to hear you.
Is it hard to hear?
Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, not the fact that I'm on a piece of shit iPhone.
Yeah.
But it's harder to hear Ope than it is. Aunt, say something.
Hi, how are you? Hi, Jimmy.
We're trying to have a discussion. Ope, say something. I can see you.
I could see
What?
It's harder.
I was
harder to hear
talking.
you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it goes in and out. It's not good.
Weird. I was saying something there, too. You want to test your mic, too?
Now you're very low, actually.
I'm low, right?
You're low.
Yeah, it sounds very.
Let's see the.
That's
very
why.
muffled.
That's why half the time I go, I guess I'm a ghost because they don't even fucking
All
hear
right,
what I
here
have
it
to
is.
say.
I'm testing Jimmy's mic. Hi, it's Ted. Hi, I'm Ted.
Just the sound of that voice. Gets me dripping.
So I'm low. Anthony's okay or good.
What do you got on me?
Ants is clearer. Yours was almost garbled, like, oh, I'm a little. It almost sounds like you're talking to something that's vibrating.
Yeah.
And my connection is probably not great because of.
Nah, I've also complained about my microphone in general, and I don't know if they ever tackled that or not.
That's a
Dude,
microphone.
It does not sound good. Honestly, at least from this call, does not sound good at all.
Right. All right.
So I've done my field work.
Wow, look how easy that was to do, Jimmy. Weird. So weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound more muffled. It almost sounds like you're talking to like a little faraway thing. Like you're talking through something. Ants was clearer, but not great either. And by that I mean the content.
Yes. I'm never clear or concise.
That was a pretty good Ted.
I love doing the Ted impression.
I had a guy on the set when I was doing the HBO shoot.
Wait, Dr. Steve. You could hear show audio fine when you're on hold. Like, fine, perfect.
Right.
When you go to the caller, it drops 6 to 10 dBs. I don't know what a dB is.
Decibel.
He does.
Dick bag. It drops 6 to 10 dick
bags.
Ooh.
So, why aren't they fixing the phones? We
don't
bitch
know.
about this all the time. I don't know. And then these guys get annoyed down the hall when we fucking attack them. This is why we fucking attack you. The basics. We need the basics done.
So there's a guy, Ray.
Whatever. Do whatever the fuck you do down there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I bother you. I'm sorry I yell and scream at you and make you all depressed and sad. You're right. Do whatever the fuck you're doing, which is probably work for all the other channels you work for. That's smart. Have guys running 202 and 197 that have 8 other jobs at the company. That's really smart because that's what Howard has.
A guy that runs his fucking channels and runs fucking music stations all over the fucking place. That's really smart on the company's part. I don't even blame those guys. Jesus Christ. Fix our goddamn phones, please. End of today's rant.
It's dropping 10 dBs.
6 to 10.
6 to 10
The
dBs.
fuck is a dB?
Must be a medical term.
Oh.
Or a shitty wine term.
Yeah, dick bag.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, you guys got to deal with staff meeting today? Yeah.
Rather have a staph infection.
That's the beauty of us. We fucking leave of just a massive fucking highway fucking pile up, and then we leave and
we shake up the jar of bees, and then we take the top off, throw it in the room, and run away.
And then these guys have to deal with the.
Now clean it up.
Right. And then these guys take it out on our staff. That's smart. Huh?
You guys like doorbell ditchers, where you just set flaming bags of shit on our doorstep and then ring the bell and run away?
You know what? Because
hold on, what are doorbell ditchers like?
What?
Oof.
You know what? But see,
it was a long explanation.
But see, for many years, we did the right thing.
Let me try again. Ring bell, shit, run.
Better.
There you go.
As opposed to yours. You guys are like doorbell ditchers, where you'll be out with your friends. Perhaps one's been drinking and you'll ring the bell and it's raining and you slip on the we got it.
But just so you know, we did the right thing for many, many years, where we did sit down and do meetings and talk. And you know what? When we did that, things got done and things changed. I can't, without getting into it, the amount of things they told me was going to happen is mind-boggling that not one of those things has happened.
This is true.
Hence the reason why I don't have time to meet with anyone anymore. Ann knows what I'm talking about. Lots of things were supposed to happen. Not one of those things has happened.
There were things that everything from just equipment to events to just simple shit.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
And there's no accountability.
Right.
If there's ever a problem, it's one of the fucking assholes that are in this room right now, or one of the assholes behind the glass, or one of the assholes out there. It's never, it never passes that fucking hallway. Never passes the lockers.
Look, if someone dropped the ball with this Celebrity Apprentice thing, we could have had exposure in front of 7 million TV viewers.
Yep.
And if we could prove that someone dropped the ball here, they should not be working here anymore.
Yeah.
They really shouldn't. There's a lot at stake here.
Yes.
I want them to get to the bottom of what the fuck went wrong with the Celebrity Apprentice thing.
Fix it.
The fucking people at NBC were really excited with the footage that they got when Bret Michaels and Sharon Osbourne and Maria from the WWE were on our program. They were extremely excited to the point they sent over paperwork immediately. Aunt and I signed our part of it without even talking to our agent, because we knew it was great for the show. And then weeks went by before they did the right thing around here and got the paperwork back to the guys. And then NBC said, well, we started editing the episode already, so I don't know what's going to happen. They basically said that. And then, obviously, the episode that we were supposed to be on ran this Sunday, and we weren't on it. And I want to know why. And I don't think that's asking a lot. What broke down?
You don't take a month.
What broke down?
The attorneys have to even understand, there's a million things going on, but when you see TV, that has to be a priority. Because they edit things, and who thinks that television takes a year to make? It doesn't work that way. How does anybody understand the urgency of fucking television?
Yeah, come on.
On a show of that size.
Yeah.
Mm. And then we saw some of the paperwork, and to tell NBC they can only use 100 seconds of the Opie and Anthony show on a network show that is getting really good ratings, it is completely insane to me, and that's why I can't talk to anyone around here. Because if that's your mindset, we have nothing in common.
I don't get it.
We'll do a fine radio show every day, but let's not have interaction, because you don't get it. If fucking NBC wanted to turn Celebrity Apprentice into an hour of Opie and Anthony, why would that be bad?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Someone explain that to me. They could only use 100 seconds. Was in some kind of weird contract that was going back and forth.
And that's standard.
That doesn't make fucking sense. Right off the bat, you cross that out.
Yep, exactly. You cross
that shouldn't even be an issue.
Exactly.
Wow.
Stunned.
Mind-boggling.
Just stunned.
A month for NBC to get that contract back in their hands.
4 weeks, to be fair. We got it January 26th, and they received it back February 22nd. That is facts from an email trail that we got into yesterday on the show.
That should have been back within 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5
maximum,
hours.
including the weekend.
Yeah.
Hours that should have been back. That's something you jump on.
That is despicably dropping the ball. How do people not, like, how does anyone, even in the legal department, look at that and not go, wow, this is a priority? How do you shuffle that off? How do you paper push that to another person who's going to paper push it to somebody else? How do you not give a shit about promoting that badly?
It kind of hurt yesterday, but it just means they don't have the skill set, Jimmy. I know that hurts them, but they don't. They're nice guys, and they're good. They're really good at programming music channels and all that. I would never take that away from them. But if you don't understand how that should be a priority for the Opie and Anthony, channels on XM and Sirius, you don't have the qualifications.
But it even goes beyond them.
For.
It even goes beyond them. Like, say they made a mistake, okay, but even beyond them, it's like there's very few shows at this place that do this kind of show. I mean, Stern's got his show. There might be some shows on Stars or whatever. But it's like shows that put out this kind of content or have this kind of stuff, there's not that many of them. So why wouldn't you have a certain system in place where all the celebrities that come through here, when TV is possible, you jump on it. When you have video taken, you don't take a fucking week to review it. You have a guy whose job it is to go, wow, you could get on the internet and get free promotion. Okay, let me look at this now. Make sure nobody was slandered in it. Nothing, legally disastrous was said. And allow you to put it up immediately.
But things here take months that should take days.
It's hard
at most.
How are you doing? This is an entertainment company and it's a radio company, and it's like, how are you running it like it's fucking General Mills? You can't do that. The lawyers can't do that because things move very quickly and the moment's gone.
Right.
If you waited a month to post the Jim Norton Jesse Ventura, to me it was, who cares anyway, but it was still a month. Nobody gives a shit.
Well, would care after a month, right? You needed it had to be done that second.
God, talk about these guys seize the bull by the tail. It's like you gotta grab it by the horns.
You gotta take the bull by the tail.
So
Jesus,
we had that.
Common sense.
We had that, and then we had the email problem with the cherry darts. That's like,
it's just frustrating.
Oh God, that is one of the.
They actually set up an email that no one could get to, basically.
Unless some of the people that program the traffic down the hall wanted to enter cherry darts.
Unless you work here,
Right.
which means you can't enter
We're sitting
anyway.
there scratching our heads like no one is responding. No one wants to do cherry darts for us. People always step up. God, that sucks. And then it turns out that it was being bounced back or something. And,
Yeah,
and no
it
one
was-
was. And with all the people that kind of run the channel, no one was aware of this. But they'll sit there in their offices and get depressed that we're beating them up. You got to be aware of that stuff. And then today
God, yeah.
we bitch about the fucking. I have.
No,
No, Danny's typing. No,
I wasn't going to throw you under the bus. I was just getting the reaction that I
that's
got.
funny.
I was just going for a little reaction there. It worked out perfect. And then, of course, today's issue is the phones are still bad, but
volume, yeah.
When we have a TV opportunity,
yes,
and this is the system that goes beyond just the guys dealing with our channel.
yeah,
And it goes, let's say it goes to Gary, who I like a lot. And then Gary passes it off. I'm sure he did what he was supposed to do. Passing it off.
he said he might have taken a little too long to pass it off. He
even
did
if
tell me that yesterday.
Okay, but if you take a couple days to pass it off, that's bad. But once it's passed off, whoever gets it from there should intuitively understand that it's time sensitive. Like, he shouldn't have to say to them, it's cool if he does, but he shouldn't have to say to them, hey, next person, this is NBC The Apprentice. This is time. They should intuitively understand that. And whoever they push it to should know it, and so on. It's not a complicated issue.
But the problem is, like,
I'm babbling.
No, you're not.
It's true.
The problem is you got to have people that are working for you for your best interest that get it. If something like that came across Elo's desk, we knew it would have been taken care of because he understands that stuff. That's the biggest issue. Do we have the guys in place that understand that stuff? My answer is I don't know.
I don't know.
I would like to say I don't think so. I'll leave it at I don't know. I really don't know.
God.
All right.
It's fucking infuriating.
But it's in a company, man. You got to know that everyone has to be aware of that. That there's opportunities that certain shows are going to present to get you some press. That's not negative. That's not. And Sirius loves that stuff because they've hired celebrities. Look, smart. You get the name out there. You get the press release. It's smart to get your name out there.
Yeah.
So don't blow these free opportunities.
7 million people we could have been in front of.
Yeah, don't blow the free ones.
Even if it was for 30 lousy seconds. That would have been great.
Do you know what that says about the company? Hey, wow, this is a place that these people are going now. Almost like everyone expects you to go to radio. Everyone expects you to go to GMA and all these fucking the Today Show.
Yep.
You want this serious. You want this platform to be looked at as a place that people come to when something is happening. Like, oh, yeah, things are breaking. This is one of the places we can go and hear about it. Why am I yelling? I'm sorry.
No, I like the yelling. It's impassioned.
It's frustrating. I really do want to see this fucking stock looks great.
120?
Happy. Yes.
Happened
120.
When did that happen?
Great.
Very late yesterday?
Mm-hmm. It's been rocking.
Jesus.
It's been rocking.
All because I'm here.
Nah, mostly because of this radio show. Most people would say.
Do you know how embarrassing it would be if they fired me and stock went to $8? How humiliating that would be. The whole country just believed in the company after I got fired.
Just give us time to call our financial advisors, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
My financial advisor calls me with weird stuff.
Why do you mark your water every day?
Because sometimes I'll see a half-open one
And you're
that
not
I
sure if
didn't
it's
start.
yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are mine. That's my half-opened.
Exactly, Anthony.
Water everywhere. I hear you're supposed to drink a lot of water.
We're trying.
So I drink a lot of
Me
water.
too, buddy boy.
Water.
Ooh, missed.
You drink a lot of water and you don't take one leak.
People tell me drink a lot of water because it's replenishing the fucking dehydration that the alcohol caused.
Yes. Anthony cells are fist fighting for it. Every fucking drop. It's like the Japanese after the fucking nukes came down.
Fighting every drop.
Every drop of fluid.
His cells just punching each other. Stop it. Yeah.
Oh, we got Wiki fans out there. No, Wiki did Don Wicklund did a great job for us. But I mean, we got to talk to the main guy. That was important to us. That we always talk to the main guy, not babysitters.
Wiki doesn't really have.
We have like 2 or 3 babysitters. Then you got a guy that got a huge promotion, so now he's fucking spread thin. And then the Elo counterpart.
I don't know.
He's what he is. So why don't we take a break before I fucking blow up this whole
meltdown?
And by the way, I am in the mood to pet the dog big time.
About what?
Yeah.
Just things are good.
Yeah, things are good. We just want them to be better.
I'm just not happy with that particular incident.
Of course not.
Everything else, I'm borderline thrilled. For real.
Borderline thrilled is the best you could ask for.
I am as close to being as happy here as happier here now than I've ever been.
I know why.
That's right.
It took a long time, though.
Because they're finally allowing me to have male-on-male sex out in the open.
They don't keep spackling over the glory hole in the bathroom.
They finally given me my own Makita drill. And they said, if anybody covers this hole, you drill a new one. Good. Right back to the blowing each other jokes.
Yes.
I'm almost 42.
Right into the blowing each other in the bathroom joke.
It can't just be a point that ends as a point.
No.
It's got to be racism, dick suck. Nazi Germany, murder, earthquake, dick suck. That's the fast forward. No matter where it starts, we know where it's going to end.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So look, man, it was a death in the family. Counter mouth, asshole, farts, retards.